Okay, hello, welcome. We're here, part 2. We're gonna make it happen. We got it. We gotta get this all working tonight. So we're gonna push through. We're gonna push through this because we need to. We do what we must because we must. So as a reminder, what we're working on is this little thing here where it should be turning on or off each of these based on how far in we are on each of them. Like if we have 2 reds, then black should show up with 2 reds, and then blue should be semi-transparent, and all the others should be gone. It's been a little rough. We've taken so many steps forward and so many steps back. And we just gotta drive through. Just gotta drive through and get this thing built. So that the next 2 days can be polished. Because we have no art, we have no sound, we have no tutorial. These are all things that we need, like on our list of stuff to do. Miller's Rework, this is one thing. And then we have all 4 of these things left to do. Art, VFX, and audio. Ooh. So, to be fair, the Miller's Rework, I think, is the biggest chunk of work of all of this. The tutorial we can make a lot simpler. You know, we could do a slideshow. We can just do a slideshow if we need to. I don't want to, but if we need to, we can do that. But in any case, gotta go. Amanusis, hello, welcome in. Good to see you, friend. How are you? Okay. We're in crunch time. Took a walk, got some dinner, spent some time with friends and family. I'm recentered, ready to tackle this. The rare double stream, yes. Welcome in, Mothman Centaur. Good to see you as well. We got a Maripon, we got K Hanao, we got a bunch of other folks waiting in the wings on YouTube and Twitch. It's great to see y'all. Welcome in. Crunch time, ew. See, this is the proof that crunch time comes from poor planning. If I had just actually focused in the design on what it should have been early on, we could have avoided all this. And it's a skill. It's something you develop with time and with iterations. I've done better this time than I have in the past. I still need to get better at it, though. So we're pushing. We're pushing through. And our problem here in this power check function is, I think this guy. This active equals false. Well, no, actually, it was this, and we deleted that. So this active equals false. I don't think it's even doing anything right now. Don't you keep running away from me? Don't you keep running away from me? Running away from me. All right. Trying to think, how do I build this so that it's more simple? We currently, if I run the game, have the problem where nothing is happening over here. So I click on symbols and nothing is working. Which tells me that I think it's getting cleared all the time. Where did all my prints run off to? How did I get rid of my prints? Oh no, they're right here. Captain Anosa! Welcome in, friend. It's great to see you. How are you? How was your stream? How's life been going for you? Shout out, Captain Onosa. Fortune's favorite rating on in. How goes the game? It's going. We're literally going. Morrow, 2 streams in one day while you're really locked in over on YouTube. You're dead right. The stream was so good, I played Fool Boxes. Oh, you played Block Shop. That's awesome. Very cool, Captain Anosa. So we're working on this. You know, I think we're not getting this this print to happen here, which is weird. So that's what we're trying to work out, is how to get this combo system up and running. Yeah. You've played Block Shop. So how is Block Shop? I know he's done tons of work on that thing recently. Got a raid and lurk tools, no problem, Captain Anosa. You have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your time. Addictive. Very nice. Very nice. Very cool. Well, thanks for jumping in. Thank you, all of you who came in along with Captain Anosa. I appreciate you. For all of you who are new, we are a charitable enterprise here at Foxhollow Games. We're dedicated to helping individuals like yourselves gain the skill sets you need to enter the video game industry. So we're hosting a game jam right now. It's going to be ending Wednesday at midnight my time. And I am working on my submission. So that's what we're working on right now. We're trying to build essentially something akin to the Helldivers 2 stratagem system. But instead of hitting arrow keys, you are trying to click on falling dots in time in order to carry out the effects and do your your fight, right? Your dungeon delve. So that's what we're working on right now. Okay. So our debug is just not getting hit, which is really weird. I don't know why. Click, 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 click. Like nothing is happening here. So our global.combo. Maybe we need to print the global combo. I'm wondering if it's I wonder if it's just instantly deleting itself. Oh, that's right, because we made it a global. Whoa. Never mind. What is happening down here? We're getting like a Fibonacci sequence. What is going on? Why are you adding... Of course. Because each of these combos is running this. There you go. So we're adding this like 6 times. We're adding things to the array. Because it's a global now, so it's not... jeez. Okay. Okay. So we need to move that out and put it into our, like, on-click stuff that we have. So, symbol parent, when we run emit, we also append it into the combo. Let's try that out. Let's see where that takes us. Go. And aha. Okay, now we're actually in our stuff. It's good. Red. Okay. So now our combo should be 0. Do I like memory-based games? I can appreciate a good memory game. This is weird. We're getting weird behavior in here. Yeah, why do you ask? Yeah, it's like it's turning on all the labels, but then none of the dots get turned on. And also not all of the labels should be turning on. Oh. I wonder if, like... it's not appending correctly. Fortune's favorite. Redeeming analyze any game. How many was it? Okay. You just put this together. We don't need to do analyze any game. You could have just analyzed my game. If you built it, analyze my game's way cheaper. It's in the game jam? All right. All right. Hold on. Hold on. It's a submission? You already submitted it? I don't care. You haven't submitted it yet. It's in the Discord. Okay. Got it. It's in the Game Jam channel. Okay. Let's take a look here. Let's go to browser. Okay. Let's dive in. Let's do our analysis. I hope you enjoy this inspirational game. I built this on a whim while learning about Boyd simulators and doing some shader work. I will likely submit this to the Fox Hollow Game Jam, but it will not be eligible for any prizes, of course, because you're one of the primary judges. I hope I can inspire people to make cool projects. Okay, so, what? First question, what's a Boyd simulator? Boyd simulation, an artificial life program developed by Craig Reynolds in 1986, which simulates the flocking behavior of birds and related group motion. Oh, okay, cool. I can't wait. Let's dive in. I saw. Push this button when you're ready. Put a number here, some amount. That where the color white. Or is that supposed to be that were the color white? I saw some amount that were the color white. Score 0, high score 0. How to play. Memorize as much as you can within the time limit. Correctly state how many arrows of a color you saw. Gain points equal to the total number of arrows shown that round. Okay. Sorry, my spelling is horrible. No worries. I mean, it sounds like you threw this together very quickly. Okay. Push this button when ready. Click. Did I let time pass too long? Do I need to rerun? Go. 1. Oh, okay. Great. So 1 purple, 1 green. Oh, they're going to screen wrap too. That's 1 green, 2 green, 1 red, 1 purple. 2G, 1R, 1P. 2 green. 4 blue, 2 red. 4 blue, 2 red. 4B, 2R. 4B, 2R. Okay. 2 red. That's right. Ooh. 1, 2. Oh, geez. 4 green, 2 purple, 1 blue, 1 red. 4 green, 2 purple, 1 blue, 1 red. 4G, 2B, 1R, 1P. Oh no. I got it wrong. Oh no. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3 orange. That screen wrap breaks this so hard. I think there were 3 green. I didn't even have time to memorize everything else. I think there were 3 green. 4 orange, 2 red, 2 blue. Jeez, this is so hard. 4 orange and then 2 of everything else. 4 red, 4 orange. 4 red, 4 orange. 1 yellow. Right? 1 yellow, 1 green. Oh, geez. 2 purple, I think? Whew. 3 orange, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red, 3 green, 3 yellow, 3 orange, 2 purple. 2 purple, right? 2? Okay. Jeez. 2, 3, 4. Oh, gall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 green. 2, 3. 3 orange, 7 green, 3 red, 3 green. No! That's impossible. Holy cow. Wow, is that rough? And it doesn't even reset your difficulty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, God. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is so hard. Okay, let's talk about why this is so hard. Holy cannoli. The counter is not resetting. I need to fix that. Okay, all right. So, okay. Jiminy. Fortune's favorite. That is so calm and serene, and at the same time, dastardly. Oh, man. It reminds me a little bit of that Mimic game that came out recently that was made in RPG Maker, where it's just a bunch of rows of chess, and they each give clues about which is or is not a mimic, and then you have to decipher the logic puzzle. Like it's that sort of like very simple, very clean, very difficult. Would you say you were overloaded with just 6 colors? Yeah, so this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. Okay. So it's 6 colors, right? So you need to remember each of those colors. So you need to remember red, orange, purple, green, yellow. Let's see. Do we get all of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blue. So you've got 6 colors, right? And you're trying to track not just which colors were present, because that would be much simpler. You also have to track numbers. So you've got number associated to each of these, which would also be difficult. But then you add in the sort of, I'm going to use erratic, but erratic is not correct. That organic sort of movement, which is kind of random, right? Hey, Robotech, hello. Good to see you. We are analyzing Fortune's favorite game that he made for the Game Jam, which is right here. Let me throw it into chat. Void simulators are super cool. So you have to remember how many of each color there were, and then tell the game which of a random color and how many there were at the end of the round. It's tremendously difficult. So we're doing an analysis here. He redeemed and analyzed my game. So we have organic movement, and that organic movement makes it very hard to track. It eliminates pattern recognition. Pattern recognition, right? So as humans, we're pretty good at recognizing patterns. It's why when you're dealing with like software that people use all the time, they get to a point where they don't even see the interface anymore. They're just going habitually through the patterns. Like if you have a long list of options, they can pick it out exactly where they need to go. Not because they're reading the text, but because they see the rag and they know exactly where the thing is that they're looking for. There's a great case study that was done in Japan during World War II when they were trying to boost chicken population. Blades of Doom, thank you for the lurk. They were trying to boost their chicken population during World War II because it was a very cheap meal and they could grow it really fast. And they found that if you like separated the boy and the female chicks from each other like early on, then it like boosted the rate at which they grew or something. I don't quite remember. But the basic idea is they needed to figure out which baby chick was a boy and which baby chick was a girl. And the problem with baby chicks, for you ornithologists that would already know this, but it's almost impossible to tell the difference between a boy chick and a girl chick when they're just, in their infancy. But they found that some people could do it. And they tried making training curriculum and to teach people how to like separate the baby chicks quickly and easily. It would never work. They could never do it. The only thing that they found that worked was having someone who could correctly figure it out, sit behind someone who was trying to sort the male and the females and say, yeah, you got it right. No, you got it wrong. Yeah, you got it right. No, you got it wrong. And that, over thousands of time, would push along that pattern recognition in the other person subliminally. They could never tell you what it is they were doing, but they figured it out. And they were able to get their success rate down up from like 20% up to like 70, 80%. So like it was a reproducible thing that was observed. It was statistically like valid. So eliminating pattern recognition makes this tremendously difficult. And then on top of that, having it on a wrap instead of a bounce makes it even harder. Because now, with a bounce, you can follow something and it will bounce off the edges and you can keep it in your memory. But when it wraps, you have to cross that distance all the way across, and then you have to resort it in your mind to say, this is what was over here, right? We talk sometimes about Fitz law that says it's a Fitz law. Rap was easier to implement, yeah. Fitz law. There we go. Time required to move a target is a function of the target size and the distance to the target. So with screen wrap, you don't have to click on these, so you're not, dealing exactly with Fitz law. But the idea is it's harder to process things when there's a greater amount of movement. So you go all the way to the left, and then it wraps around, and now you have to travel all the way across and ignore all the stuff you're moving across with your eyes, get to the other side as they come back in, and then you have to mentally resort. And by then, other stuff is probably going off the screen you're going to have to redo. So I found myself like, when I would take like a snapshot in my memory of this frame. Then I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that many orange. Go. These are good ideas to add as options or like difficulty levels. After a certain level, they wrap instead of bounce. Yeah. Ooh, geez, sorry. Yeah, absolutely, Amanusis. 100%. 100%. So all of those things combined, that even though there's only 6 colors and you should theoretically be able to hold 6 things in your memory, right? The fact that you have to do numbers, and then you remove pattern recognition through organic movement, and you have it wrap, making that long travel time, keeping that in memory, makes this dastardly. There is a bunch that could happen, yeah, for sure. Like, if you just got a screenshot of this, and you got some time to, like, study it, way easier, right? Even if you still have to keep in mind the number, which would still be difficult, it would be way, way, way harder. Or way, way easier, right? If you took them and kind of did something like this, take off the border, right? And you just did this. Sorry, these are my notification sounds, not yours. Sorry. I need to find a way to turn that off. Then that becomes even easier, right? And then you can have them move like in a straight line up and down. It's still way easier, right? So like baby's first memory game is just get the items in a row. The next level up would be moving. The next level up would be like the organic movement. And then the next level up would be screen wrap instead of bounce. And the next one is like there's physics and they act even more erratically or faster or whatever. Very, very, very clever. So if we do like an Octalysis here, it's an abstract puzzle game. There's not a lot of epic meaning in abstract puzzle games. We've gone over this a bunch of times, but not everything needs to have everything. Empowerment? It's tricky because you're kind of like, it's up to your own devices, right? Like, it could be up here if you're really good at memory, or it could be way down here if you're bad at memory. So you kind of start to develop your own mental mnemonics of how do you deal with this. And in my opinion, I think it actually goes a little high because you are empowering yourself. Easy, normal, hard. Why does the dev hate me? Social influence. I mean, kind of funny to see like how far can you get, right? The score brings social influence up a little bit, not a ton. Unpredictability, incredibly high. That's a lot of why it's so difficult. Avoidance, not a lot of avoidance necessarily in the traditional sense, other than like trying to get it all jam-packed in your brain before the timer goes out. And in that sense, I think that falls more into scarcity, right? The timer length is short enough that you feel pretty intense about it. Ownership, not a whole lot. This isn't like my unique version of the game or anything. And then accomplishment, when you get a level down, it feels pretty good. So that's where I would kind of put that on an Octalysis framework. I think that the iconography as well for this works really well. It's simple, it's clean, it communicates very clearly. You could go further with it if you wanted, or just leave it the same. Frankly, I mean, it does its job. And it's kind of abstract in the sense that it's kind of like a bird, but not quite. I think it works, frankly. Maybe you could go with a color palette, but also having those high contrast colors helps and assists with the memory. So, yellow and orange is confusing. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Also, welcome in, Fullbox. Good to see you. Add in some music as well to do a little bit more sensory overload and stuff. And yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot there, right? Meant to be an abstract, simple memory game with a high difficulty. Yeah, I mean, I think you nailed it. I think you got exactly what you were looking to do. Yeah, very cool, Fortunes. Thank you so much for sharing with us. We do have ads starting up in just a second, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to dive right back into more Godot development. It's happening. We got a lot to do tonight. No worries. Thanks so much for hanging out, fool. Have a great night. We'll see you all later, right after these ads. Bezos, come, take your tribute.
We just became very different people, and so we had nothing in common overnight. It's very strange, but that happens.
Hark! The raid cometh! Hello! You got here right in time! You got here right in time! So good to see you all. How are you today? Sundown, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, everyone. It's good to see ya. Fortune's favorite. It looks like you enjoyed it, and that's what's important. Hopefully other people will see it and find some inspiration in the ending stretch of the game jam. I did enjoy it. I thought it was a really great time. Thank you so much for sharing that, Fortunes. Yeah, welcome in, everyone. We're, by the way, Sundown, how was your stream? How's Feathered Serpent going? And, if anyone is not following Sundown, I don't know why you wouldn't be. Feels like there's a huge cross-section, in the game dev sort of world. But if you're not following Sundown, go follow Sundown. He's making an incredible game. LCOP32, hey, good to see ya. Thanks for following. And he's in the finishing stretches of his thing. Nameless Coder, thank you so much. We are a charitable enterprise devoted to helping people develop the skill sets they need to enter the video game industry. I wear a silly hat when Foolbox comes in the channel, and also when people redeem channel points. Right now, we are hosting a game jam to help people develop their sense of design. It is ending in a couple of days. And I'm working on building out my submission. We're doing a late in the game 10,000 bananas. Bro, how many bananas do you have? Welcome in. Didn't realize I hadn't followed yet. Someone recently gifted me a sub to your stream. There you go. Okay, say hi to Marvel. Say hi to Marvel. We will go fetch Marvel as soon as I show off what we're trying to do here. So the idea of this game is basically Helldivers 2 Stratagems, the roguelike. So you can go through, you click these little symbols to activate your different stratagems in order to go through your dungeon. You're this superhero overload fighting your supervillain Ohm, and you can see things aren't quite working right. Where when you are going through this, things are not quite highlighting the way that they should be. They're not getting wiped the way that they should be. We're working on all that behavior for today. So we can spend the next 2 days doing all of our polish, bringing in the tutorial art, visual and sound effects, music, all that sort of stuff. We still got to do that. So we've got a lot of work left to go. All the potassium. All right. Sundown. You want to say hi to Marvel? We'll be right. I'll go get him. We'll be right here. Okay. Here we go. Here we are. Here's the man of the hour. Bananas are goated. I had 5 for breakfast this morning. That's great. Are you feeling radioactive? Do you have superpowers yet? All right. Yeah. There he is. All right. Yeah. Oh, that's my guy. Okay. Say hi to. Oh, that wasn't my best grip ever. Okay. Whew, okay. Say hi. Yeah, you're trying to get to Marvel, huh? You wanted to play with him. You saw me holding him and you were like, hey, that's my job to play with him. There you go. You get a 2 for me. Dogs, funny hats, and game dev. I'm sold. Oh, so good to see you all in here. Welcome. Whew, my goodness. Okay. Oh, I have mouse buttons that are doing things, and I don't know what they're doing. And he's a great cook. Well, thanks, Sundown. We actually had Sundown and his lovely wife over for dinner the other bit ago. So it was great having you in here. Welcome on in. Good to see you all. Okay. Whew. So we need to figure out what's going wrong, right? And I think this is a big deal right here. For some reason, we are doing our check before things have appended. For whatever reason. I don't know why. So this is tricky. And I'm wondering if we need to, like, abstract this all out. Because right now, each of these different powers is running all of this code to, like, check against everything for each of these. And the thought was, if we did it that way, then we'd be able to kind of turn them on and off easily. Yeah, you go have a good lurk, Sundown. Good luck with the chores. Thank you so much for hanging out. Hope you're doing well. Hope's Feathered Serpent is going well. Okay. I'm having a hard time thinking through this logically. Let's go to... Here. We're going to do print power section. Just so I can kind of visually parse things a little bit better. And then we're going to go into our symbol parent. Right here. Global, or print nameless coder. Whoa! What? Thank you. My goodness. Thank you so much. That's tremendously generous. Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah. Alistios, welcome in. Good to see ya. So I need to explain why that's such a big deal. I've been doing this full time for about 6 months, and we're dedicated to making it work, which means normally I have my son with me. He's about a month and a half old. Long live chaos, 2 Twitch scam. It's right in the name, isn't it? It's just right there. We're just gonna throw the ban around. Yeah, wow. I've seen that around every now and again. How strange. It was very bizarre. Okay. I have a son who's about 2 months old. I've got a daughter who's nearly 4. And I got a wife, and we've got, our mortgage and everything. And so every showing of support like that just means the world. It's more formula in my son's bottle. It's, it's rent, it's food, it's everything. So thank you. Thank you so much. And even more importantly, even more than helping me and my family out, is that it is helping the future people out, because that's what we're all about here. We're really all about helping people get into a skill set that they didn't know that they could even achieve. I was talking to someone on the phone the other day, a good friend of mine from previous workplaces. And he was saying, Joe, I feel like my industry has left me behind. Because I'm in SEO, and that's just becoming less and less relevant, and especially the skill sets that I have in SEO are just not all that good. Or not all that desired, and I don't know what to do. And I said, well, if you could just take a pick, what would you want to work in? And he said either sports or games, but both of those are such saturated markets that it's impossible. And I said, you sure it's impossible? We talked about WeLoveIndies.com. We talked about how his skills as a narrative writer are really, really cool. And after a while, he kind of said, wow, I've never really thought about things this way. And I think that's really, really common. Yeah, that's the thing. We're emitting the signal, and then everything receives that signal and does it before the combo is appended. So we just need to move that line up. I think a lot of people just don't chase this because they say it's a saturated market. There's going to be 1,000 people who are better than me. It's well, yeah. But there's 1,000 people who are better than you at your normal job, too. So, what's the problem there? So, our long-term goal is to get this to the point where we are able to do essentially long-term game jams, where we bring together strangers who are looking to make career transitions, and we pay them a salary for 3 to 6 months while they build a game. And then at the end of that time period, we ship the game on Steam, and then they have a project that they can push onto their portfolios or continue on and keep on doing indie dev if they want. So they get the time to actually learn, because it feels unreasonable to expect people to go do a 9 to 5 and then come back and then do this. And then we'll just do a revenue share so that everyone's incentivized to do a really good job. So that's the long-term goal. Right now, we're doing these quarterly game jams every 3 months. Once again, this game jam is sponsored by Riverwolf Games. Thank you so much, Riverwolf Games, for the sponsorship. And we've got another one in 3 months, and another one in 3 months after that. We'll just keep doing them until we get to that point. And even when we get to that point, we'll probably still keep doing them. So, yeah, welcome on in, everyone. It's so great to have you all here on this evening. This is great. What am I looking for right now? I'm looking for Power Parent. Right, this is where we're managing all that stuff. I'm surprised the goal is helping people build skills to pursue games. Most game dev channels have the goal of, I want to make games instead of help others. I agree, K-Hidao, and I'm going to be very stereotypical here and say it was Thor that inspired me to do this. I never considered working in games, although I have 10 years of experience as a product designer, but when I saw Thor's shorts back at the beginning of the year, I thought, you know what, why can't I make a game? Why don't I try, right? I've got design experience. I've got a lot of experience making stuff that works for people's brains and that they enjoy. And I've dived in and I haven't stopped. And the big key for me was I was too scared to do this. If it was just me, if it was just I want to make games, too scared. It's frankly too scary. And so thinking about what can I love that would overwrite that fear. And the thought came to my head of this exact format of bringing people together, paying them so they can actually do the work, and helping other people change their lives. I was like, okay, that's it. I'm in. We're done. That's all we got to do. We're just pushing for that now. So that's how it came about. So I hope that resonates with people because I think there are people out there who need to hear stuff like this. I think there's people out there that never would consider making a leap and are in situations where they literally can't because they're a single mom with 3 kids in New York, or they are taking care of their parents who are failing in health, and they have no time, they have no money, they have no resources, they have no nothing in order to do it. We live in a different world than people did hundreds of years ago when they could just vote with their feet and go live somewhere else and set up a farmstead and go live. So I think we need spaces like this. And I hope it can do some good for some people. So thank you for all that early foundational support in making that dream come true. Okay. We are not getting into global combo equaling slice anymore. So why not? In fact, I don't even know that we're hitting power check, are we? Because we have prints at the beginning that aren't printing. Ooh, that's not good. Simple parent. What did I break? Whoa, what did I break? What's going on here? Oh, why did I delete those? What was I thinking? I was too distracted by not trying to cry talking about this. There we go. That should maybe get stuff linked up. Okay, good. Great. Okay. So we're getting our output. That's working well, but we're not getting the state changes in the powers. Let me take another quick look here and see if anything is happening at all. So it's all starting off well, and then yeah, we're not getting any of this stuff, which is reasonable. What happens if we do an actual combo that's valid? Will it trigger this code and then reset everything's transparency? Red, blue. Ah, it did for that one, but not all the others. Interesting. Okay. Great. We're learning. We're getting closer here. We're figuring it out. A little spice of debugging. Never hurt anyone. So this is working. We need a way to say, one thing at a time. Let's do one thing at a time. If global combo is not equal to this slice of your amount that we're checking against, then we need to set your transparency. Okay. So that should help quite a lot. Yes. Good. Okay. That's good. We need to get this thing working now. This 4i in slice, set it to true. So we should be getting progress, essentially, right? So when we open this up, we hit play. When we click on a red, we should see this red highlighted, and then the other red and the blue be semi-transparent like these ones. And it is not doing that. Yellow, purple, yellow, purple, yellow, purple. Wow, that didn't work. That really... Oh, no, it worked. It did work. It did work, actually. Never mind. Yellow, purple, yellow, purple, yellow, purple. There we go. Got it. So for some reason, this 4i in slice is not working. 4i in slice. Ameripon with the critique. Let's dive in. We do this a lot on the channel, by the way. If you ever want your game critiqued, we do these live. You just got to redeem the channel points. Let's check this out. Let's go rip my game to shreds. So, Ameripon, this, I believe, was your Game Jam submission, right? For the underwater horror Game Jam. I'm not going to lie. I was really hoping you would not do this because I'm so bad when it comes to horror games. I do terribly with horror. Let's see what I can make happen here. Okay. A short story about diving deep, created for the underwater horror Game Jam. I'm not ready for this. Okay. It's not that scary. I'm bad at horror too. I just saw a post on Reddit today of someone who was making a horror game, or not even a horror game, but a horror section, and they can't playtest it because they're too scared of it. So they went through, they built all the ambience, they built the monster, they got all the logic going, and they're like, I can't turn it on. I can't do it. And so all these really lovely devs were coming in saying, well, swap out the texture in a debug mode. Give yourself a warning when a jump scare is going to come. All these things. Swap out the sound effects in your debug mode. And oh my gosh. Okay, let's check this out. Unity. Free diver. Made with Unity. A short story about diving deep. And this was, you built this using your AI animation tool you were talking about, right? I'm not happy with my entry. It wasn't fun to make, and I think that found its way into the gameplay as well, but it is what it is. Well, it wasn't fun to make, and, I know a lot of that was because you had a very big technical issue, right? Where, for some reason, some shader that you brought in broke Unity, and it crashed anytime it was, mentioned, and anytime you tried to remove it, right? So it was like a, I guess I'll just die now sort of situation. You had to tiptoe around that constantly to push this thing out. Water shader broke. It's broken in WebGL2. No transparency, no fog. Yeah, bummer. Okay, cool. So this is, I do like this logo, actually. The typography is kind of fun. The slanting down makes you think diving in. It would be nice if that could have a way to slant this way to lead you further into the logo instead of taking you away from the logo with your eyes. And the points at the end, instead of having them be a rounded shape like the other side of that E, indicates danger, right? Pointed shapes mean danger. If we look at universal principles of design, there's something in here that I have found fascinating forever, and I want to show it to everyone. This one, archetypes. Oh my gosh, this thing is so cool. Universal patterns of theme and form resulting from innate biases or dispositions. So the idea is certain things are going to translate across time, across cultures, across everything. So this example here is fascinating to me. These are proposed designs for a marker system to warn future generations of the presence of a nuclear waste disposal site. The design specification required the markers to stand for the life of the radioactive hazard or 10,000 years. Clearly warn people to stay away from the area and assume that future civilizations will not be knowledgeable of radioactive hazards or speak any language known today. And the ideas that people came up with are fascinating. This forest of thorns, this black imposing presence, this eerie, snaky sort of bizarre, no entrance to any of these snaky structure things. big walls with spikes coming up, right? Spikes make you feel danger. So very clever to bring that in with the font. And then you've got red water, right? So like you're a shark and you've been eaten, right? Follow the universal principles of designs with my 10-minute logo. Hey, time spent on things does not indicate how well it can be designed. It can be. The more time you spend on something, usually the better it gets. But you can absolutely crank out classics really quickly. And you can have good principles in things that you do quickly. We've got that black outline around a short story about diving just to make it more legible, but it also feels a little bit weird because it's kind of inconsistent with the title. We could talk about maybe not using all black. We could talk about any number of things. I just feel that typography could use a little work, but I do like how it's kind of seated in here. I feel like there might be a way to even make it feel more like it's in that sort of square. Right now it feels a little bit off, and you need to tool around with it a little bit. Can I hear the music? Yes, I can. Okay, let's dive in. Dive. All right. Start diving. So we got our 3D scene here. Legend of Zelda theme was made in a day when the composer realized the song they were going to use wasn't public domain. Oh no! That's hilarious. I've never heard that story before. I haven't used this. Alternate button clicks to control the driver's left and right fins. Oh, man. Okay. So we've got a very low poly world right here, right? Which is a little bit tough. So with horror, there are some things to consider, right? Horror depends entirely on verisimilitude. It depends on suspension of disbelief and a feeling of empathy. There's a difference between empathy and sympathy. Sympathy is I feel for you. Empathy is I feel as you do. So when you are, watching an action scene, or rather, no, let me do it this way. When you see, someone get treated poorly on a show, and you just barely tuned in, and you see someone get slammed by a bully or whatever, like, oh, that's a bummer, that sucks. But you don't feel like you are that person. But when you're in a movie theater and the lights are down and you have the all around you sound and you see Han Solo driving through that asteroid belt and dodging the things, watch people. They're going to, they're moving, right? That's empathy. They are feeling as the person. Welcome back, Alistios. And we do have about 2.5 minutes before ads start up. We're going to dive in here. So what I was saying is this low poly world... with the jank, because it's a game jam game, right? Very, very reasonable that it is. It's also very hard to do horror because it can go. It's a double-edged sword, right? Low poly and an abstraction from our world can make it harder to empathize with. It can make it harder to develop that connection with, where you actually feel in danger. It also can go positively because it is in the absence of details that your mind can create. So Steven Spielberg said that the fact that they didn't show Jaws, the shark, in the movie was incredibly intentional because he said if they ever saw the shark for any extended period of time, they'd just look how ridiculous it is. So it's in the absence of seeing. Jeez, Alistios, thank you. My goodness, thank you. It's in the absence of detail that our brains can do extra work and pull themselves in even deeper. So, it can do either one of those things depending on how it's executed. Let's check this out before the ad break starts. Use WAS to aim your diver. So I'm going to do... So it's not left to right movement. It's going to be all all around movement. Karma, nice. Press the E key to dive from the... Okay, so now I have 3 different control schemes I need to remember. I have WAS, I have E, and then I have left and right. That's a little hard for me to kind of think. And then we've got this. Is this a slider? Oh, it is a slider. I don't think it's supposed to be a slider. That's hilarious. Game jam, right? I get it. Funny. Depth. Okay. So we're going to dive. And then you can swim in any direction. The faster you kick your legs, the more oxygen you use. Alternate kicks. This is a really good tutorial, by the way. Alternate kicks to swim. Keep a nice rhythm to reduce oxygen usage. Holding a direction will allow you to glide and conserve oxygen better. Touch the depth anchor below to prove you reach the target depth. Now press and hold W to swim to the surface before you run out of air. It's too dangerous to dive deeper without the right equipment and precautions. That's a little hard to read, but I like that. It kind of makes you feel that there's going to be something a little bit spooky around the corner. Never had anyone do that before, so can I just... No, I can't. Okay. Can I do it now? No? Darn it. I was hoping it would just zoom me up to the surface. All right. Cool. All right. Whoa, I just, like a dolphin, just straight up out of there. Okay, we got new lighting and everything. Very nice. Okay. I like the kind of rhythmic side of this, and I can see how that's going to get really difficult when we are dealing with something really scary, right? Ooh, we're getting into the squids and stuff, getting some sort of eldritchy sort of horror. We're going deep. Ooh, some spooky lights from an anglerfish maybe or something? Vague shapes going on in the background. The music has gone away. Ooh. Hold on. We got ads. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Let's get rid of the smooth jazz and go back to Terror Dolphins. Browser, hold on. Here we go. Browser, there we go. Still can't believe I never tried to drag the slider. That's great. On the last episode of Dragon Ball Z. All right, let's do this thing. So here's the thing. One other thing. With this light background, it's very hard for me to see anything. All I see right now are these blue dots. I cannot see my character. I cannot see anything else. I have really bright lights all around me. So it could be that if I was in a dark room and this were a dark background, my experience would be very different in this. So that's another thing to understand, is that experientially, you kind of need to consider the environment that people will be consuming your game in, right? Okay. I'm very spooked. Oh, okay. Why are we going so deep? I want to know this. Why are we diving this far down? I like the soundscape. No, this is when you turn around. This is when you say, I'm done. Like, you just head back on up. Are we trying to find the... What? What? Is this Mines of Moria? We delved too deeply into greed. Hold on. We've lost contact with the free diver. Swim down and investigate? What? The atmospheric sounds are great. Yeah, I totally agree. Wow. Okay, is my old character gonna be a zombie now? Like, what's going on? We have an air tank now, so it's not just an air meter. We're on an air tank. Okay. Interesting. So is the horror part of this, like, is it eldritch horror? Is it generic monster? Or is it like Saw, old man living at the bottom of the ocean laying out shotgun traps? Because that looked like an old rusty trap that we walked into. I can't give it away. Maybe we should go a little off-centered? Aha. Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. I don't know what's happened to us. Can we swim to the side? We're swimming upside down. That can't be comfortable. I like that spinning in the background, implying that, like, oh, something has gone wrong, right? Like a line is cut or something. Very disconcerting. And then this is the part in horror games when I tend to lose the verisimilitude. Is like, okay, now what do I do? I don't know what the right next step is. So, do we just go back up, I guess? We say, nah, I'm getting out of dodge. Like, that was not okay. The line is cut. Swim up. Okay. Oh, okay. Bad? Embraced by the deep. Okay. So where's this gonna put me if I dive again? If I dive again. Ah, bummer. Looks like it broke. Oh, I don't want to have to redo all that. Bummer. All right, let's try this again. It puts you right there. Okay. Let's go through this again real quick. Because I want to see what happens. What happened? I don't know. I was clicking buttons and nothing worked. Speed run. I do like the very serene setup that you've got. Like, that's honestly a good strength of it. And yeah, that dark red text. Even though it is still tutorial text, it's also very nerve-wracking. Because it feels sinister from the very get-go. Whee! Straight out of the water. Okay, here we go. Going back down. So I guess I'm supposed to hit that trap twice. Like, I'm not supposed to avoid it. Because it felt like there was not really a whole lot for me to do other than touch the trap. And this is another reason why I thought, like, maybe those jellyfish won't kill me. It's because we saw jellyfish earlier, which is good because you're in narrative storytelling, you always want to introduce all of your characters in the first act, right? You don't want to do, at the end of the movie, introducing some new character that has not been introduced in some way, shape, or form. So when I saw them come in, I kind of thought, oh, well, like, they were fine before, and I get that they're red and scary right now, but they don't look all that scary. They're kind of bulbous shaped, they're round. How bad could it be, right? So I think the color in and of itself was not quite effective enough at communicating that for me. I thought there was a good chance that would happen, but I wasn't entirely sure. Okay. Come on. Here we go. There we go. That also feels a little bit long. It's a little long. Is that supposed to be a tentacle coming up out of the water or something? I couldn't quite make that out. All right, let's try this. Let's try it again. I like that you start us down at the already 25 meters in. That's good. There's not a whole lot, you know, to say about not doing that. Just get people in there a little bit. You've already been through this once. You know the deal. Speed run! I don't even know if that's actually, if that makes you go any faster or not. Yeah, because this is like, I mean, the first time I did it wasn't that bad, but the second time is like, this is a long time to be alternating left and right click. Like, my hand is getting tired. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Ball. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to try and swim back up because the line has been cut. No! All right, spooky jellyfish. Leave you guys alone. I like that glow in the background. That's nice. We should really have my brother on here because he's a big horror aficionado. Oh. Well, now, that's not normal. That's not okay. Have we been eaten? Have we been eaten? Press E to enter the cave. Okay. That's new, yeah. Help me, my flashlight is almost dead. One of the complaints I got was the controls. Could have been ironed out with more blessing. Yeah, of course. Did you see the monster blocking the path to the left? No. I think it's gone now. Whee! Let's swim to the surface. Whee! All right. Sounds great. Let's do it. Let's exit. So there's a monster blocking the way to the left, which is, of course, the way we need to go. No, it turned into Ninja Turtle 1 on that. Okay. So... are there two of us swimming? Like, conjointly with each other? Oh, no, he's holding on to me while I swim. Okay. Why does the cave look like a mouth? That's a great question, Malgosa. I'm sure it's for completely normal reasons. I'm sure everything is just fine in this underwater horror game jam submission. I do wish the flashlight, like, felt a little better to use. Like, if there's not a wall to run into, then I kind of don't know if my flashlight is even working. Well, I mean, there's the cave. Oh, this is interesting. So, I have unlimited air, but he does not have unlimited air. Okay. So, okay. So how do I fill up his air? It looks like it's still going down. Tom Millman with the raid. Hello, Tom. How you doing? We are doing a critique of Ameripon's Game Jam submission for the Underwater Horror Game Jam. Everything's fine in here. Everything's completely normal. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome, Ryan. Welcome, Solar. How you doing? How was your stream? Tom, I was in there for a little bit today. How you doing? You need to go more to the left. I didn't see anything to the left, though. It was just a wall. Hold on. Let's go back here. Let's try and figure this out. That's another thing is I keep on trying to do like up or W to go right and S to go left, but it's not that. It's rotationally. So I keep on messing myself up here. So like, oh, there's a little cave to go into. Okay, that was where. Oh, go! No, go! Ha 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 ha. Okay. Oh, jeez. Cave? It looked like there were air bubbles there. Oh, gosh. I did not like that, Ameripon. That was mean. It was great. Finished everything on my to-do list for today. Very nice, Tom. That's exciting. Were you working on Bridge Tycoon? Almost at the end. Okay. Let's try this again. Oh, we got to go all the way up again. Shoot. Yeah, were you working on your chat game or Bridge Tycoon? What on earth was that monster that was chasing us? Was it a giant enemy crab? Did you take the meme and make it scary, Ameripon? How dare you? Take something so innocent and pure and weaponize it against my feels. All right, we'll enter the cave, get our friendo. As scary as low poly can be. It can be. Low poly can be very scary, right? Like we were saying, it's just like, it can do one or two. Something pulled me under the sea floor. It can do one of two things, right? It can bring you into the verisimilitude by making your brain fill in the dots and make stuff even scarier than it ever would have been. Or it can feel very silly and break the verisimilitude. So it's just a tricky balance. Really hope by the end of the month to start playtesting. Wonderful, Tom. I can't wait. Cannot wait. I want to be one of the initial group if I can. I'd love to do that. But during the week I work on the bridge. The weekends are for side projects. All right. I just know sometimes side projects become not side projects. Run! Oh my gosh, get out of there. It's so fast. And it's shedding teeth. Why does it shed teeth? That's not okay. Nothing should shed teeth. I mean, I guess sharks shed teeth, don't they? It's a giant shark crab. Okay. Here we go. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. Oh gosh, okay, and to the left. Oh dear, it's definitely gonna be coming in again. Oh geez, okay. Don't like, no thing. Where's my flashlight? Flashlight! Am I going in the right direction? Hey, we made it to the surface! Or no, we didn't make it to the surface, never mind. That was an eaten boat. Yes, and that's why I want to be persistent with that rule. I don't want side projects to take over my main. I hear ya. Good for you. Right on. Very exciting. Very exciting. How's the UI rework going? Okay, more spikes. Oh no. It's not even eating them. It's just like placing them. That's not okay. Yikes. It's being so wasteful. Why are they falling actively? Rescue? No. This goes against his rules. However, while I may not have a beating heart, I'm not heartless. I'll give you a choice. A life for a life. Shoot, which one was the original? That sound effect, the choose. So choose the free diver. So I think that was the first guy, right? And then is the monster gonna come up and eat the scuba diver? That's amazing. I don't know what I'm looking at. Okay, very cool. Dive again. Thank you for playing. So we got multiple endings, right? That's good. That's kind of a classic trope in video game horror. Very cool. Awesome. I'm Maripon. Thank you so much for showing. You did redeem an analysis. So we're going to do a little bit of analysis. Well, let's do an octalysis here. Let me grab this. Okay. Epic meeting. It's okay. It's a little awkward because you start off not really knowing who you are, why you're there. It's kind of low. But then it's like, oh, we got to rescue someone, right? It goes up a little bit. I think this could go even higher if that first character was like, oh, we're diving in to try and find some deep sea creature that we think may have, if you harvest its tears, it cures cancer or something, right? Like something to drive me in a little bit more. Dive again. No thanks. Seems dangerous. Take care, Tom. Thanks so much for the raid. Have a great rest of your day. Empowerment? Kind of low because of that control scheme. My hand is rough right now. Let's bring our lo-fi beats back as well. So empowerment being low is kind of a staple in horror games, right? It's a lot of what can drive that tension because you don't feel in control. Empowerment is about feeling in control. Like you can act on things. You can act on the world. So that being said, like, I did like how there was a bit of mastery with it. I did like that there was skill. It wasn't just a matter of, like, pressing W in a direction. So I would actually put this a little bit higher because I did feel more in control of whether I got caught or not because of if I was able to more correctly, do the swimming. Social influence, I mean, it's a horror game, so it's got a kind of minimum amount in there because people are going to want to see each other get scared. Unpredictability, fairly high. It was all very scripted, right? And you could kind of tell when things were going to start happening. But the first moment that you see those teeth on the wall is, oh, that's not good. And then you start seeing the people embedded in the walls. You're like, no, this isn't okay. Free divers just dive to reach deeper depths. I should have had something to explain that better. Yeah, and I mean, that makes sense. The problem is, with that, though, like, I kind of don't care about them a ton. Like, there's no human connection, right? It's like, okay, someone who is doing a sport that may be associated with high-risk takers that don't value their lives necessarily all that much, or that are wealthier, or, you know, you've kind of got some obstacles to overcome to make me care about that free diver, narratively speaking. Other than, like, it's a human life and all human life is of value. Avoidance, yeah, very high. Didn't want to get caught by the monster. Scarcity, that would be in the air mechanic, right? That being said, I didn't really feel very nervous about that. I didn't really care about my air meter. I've cared a whole lot more about the monster that was chasing me. And there were no ways to, like, really manage the air other than how well you were swimming. Like, I was kind of expecting more caves to dive into. And once again, it's a game jam submission, right? It's a game jam submission. There's only so much you can fit in. So I understand that. But from a pure design analysis perspective, I think having more interplay with that air mechanic would have helped. Like if the monster was getting too close. Well, no, because I get the idea is you want to swim faster when the monster is close, and that reduces your air. But I never saw the air go down very much. I'm not going to lie. Outside of the times when we ran out because we were just, taking too much time. As long as I was actually moving the direction I should be moving, it wasn't really a problem. Ownership, I mean, a little bit because you have that final choice. But other than that, it's kind of the same experience everyone else is going to have. Accomplishment? I don't know. I think there are a couple of things leading to me not putting this very high, which is, number one, we're missing that emotional beat of caring, right? It's that meaning side of things. And then the death side of things, because I didn't have that emotional connection really to the characters, other than, this person is doing something nice by trying to rescue someone, and this person is trying to do something, or this person is a human life that's worth rescuing. Other than that death, I didn't have things bringing me into the world. And so that final choice of who lives, who dies, kind of just felt like, I don't know, coin flip. So I think that really hurt the accomplishment of the game. And then I didn't feel like I really needed to, do a whole lot directionally other than find the right route forward. And that was kind of mostly all the same direction, So that left and right click is most of what I got in terms of the empowerment. And that fed into the accomplishment only so far. And so, there was only kind of one side of things that was giving me that feeling of, I did it. And if there were, more jellyfish to have to dodge and caves to dive into, right? And once again, I know this is a game jam. I know it's a game jam. And frankly, it's very impressive what you did. And you were experimenting with a lot of different tools. And for all those of you who are new, Ameripon was telling us that you had this bizarre crash in Unity where his water shader completely broke the project. And anytime he had to touch it, it would crash things. And he couldn't remove it, or it would crash things. And so, he was working with really tremendous technical difficulties here. So none of this is to say Ameripon made a bad game, or that Deep is a bad game. It's to say, once again, in that spirit of critique and analysis, seeing what worked and what didn't work, so that we can take those things and learn and adapt from them for our own experiences on what we're trying to build. So there you go. That's Deep. It was fun. I liked it. Obviously it had its pains, its growing pains. And I think there could be something in there. I do love that logo for what it's worth. I think it's clever. I think it could be refined and even enhanced in a lot of ways, but I love the idea. I love the direction. I love the visual shape that this makes. Once again, the short story about diving, being in that square, and then having that drop cap D, it's good. That's some good visual design there. I agree it was great, and once polished and refined, you can get something good. Yeah, I could definitely see that. This gets put on the Game Jam finish shelf and onto the next game. That's right. It's all about cycles, iteration, and growing and learning. So Ameripon, freaking amazing. Thank you. Ameripon does more game jams than anyone else that I know. I feel like every other week he's showing off some new game jam game that he does. It's outrageous. So Ameripon, thank you so much for sending that in. That was super fun to play and super fun to do that analysis with everyone here. Thank you for hanging out and submitting that. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, for sure. GG for the hard work. And you learned a new tool. That's huge. Okay. Let's dive back into Godot. So, I'm working on my Game Jam submission. I don't even know if we've shown that to a lot of the raiders that are here. But we are doing something like Helldivers 2's Stratagems, where you have to press arrow keys in a certain orientation in order to make a bomb fall in from the sky. The way we're doing that is this is a superhero game. You have your powers here on the left, and you need to click on the matching circles in order to execute on that. We're trying to get the highlighting all working correctly here. So this is our character, this is the enemy characters, this is the timer of our turn. And you can see it, like, kind of works, like, a little bit, but it's also very much so not. So we're working on getting that highlighting functioning. Yeah, the dots should be highlighting according to what is set. So you have this 4i in slice, but do we want in slice, or do we want, like, slice dot size? We probably need it in size, right? Let's try that. No, not working. Yeah, not working. Okay. So, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to loop through. Let me back up. We are making a slice of an array that is that power, right? Those little circles that were in the power blocks correlate to an array that we have created in each of those power blocks. And we're making a slice of that array equal to the amount of things that you have clicked and added to an array. And we are checking if global.combo equals slice. So if you have clicked two things and it is equal to the first two things of one of these powers, then we want to display that. And that slice should be completely opaque. And the rest of them should be transparent. So we should have like a full bright red circle, full bright red circle, semi-transparent blue circle, right? If we've done 2 red circles so far. And it's not doing that. The power name is getting settled. So, and the rectangle is getting set to the correct transparency. But for some reason, the symbols themselves are not. So UI symbols that we're setting. We are setting their modularity, their alpha layer. And we are going up to slice.size. I mean, what if we do global.combo instead? Like, that shouldn't make a difference, but let's just see. Because theoretically, slice and global.combo are the same size. Yeah, good. It's not working. That's good. That makes me happy. Okay. So why is it not doing this? I guess we should set a breakpoint here. Let's set a breakpoint and see what's actually happening in the code. Go. And click. So we are saying array state at I, which should be false. So we're setting that to true. And then UI symbols. Where do I see this? Power... chain lightning would be the first one that it would hit. Chain lightning. And we're here. And we just kicked out of the for loop. And I don't think we set alpha in here. Yeah. My goodness. And this array state is being set to 4? Does 4 equal true somehow? I is equal to 0. Okay, now we're in the second loop. That's good. So we are at least going through multiple loops when we need to. Symbol superpower is 4. So that's our enum value. Okay. Which makes sense, because chain lightning is a super. So it's 4, 4. And then UI symbols. We are getting the objects. We are doing it. Oh, but you know what? I think I know what's going on. We're not setting the rest of them to half. So we need to do that. By the way, we have ads starting in just a minute. Moby, welcome in over on YouTube. Good to see you. We're jumping into ads. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I was a little naughty. Because I couldn't help myself. I had an idea. I needed to go on it before I forgot about it. On that line of, oh, we're not disabling things. So now when you click into something, it will set the entire string of, not string, because that has significance. The entire set of symbols, it will set that to our sort of inactive state by being halfway transparent. And then we go through and manually set the active one. So now that's working. Although it does look like it kind of breaks on repeats for some reason, which is weird. Yeah. So what we also need is when we clear the combo, we also need to reset the... Oh, we are doing that, actually. We're doing it right here. UI symbols, modulate A. Huh. Goodness. Okay. What if we set that all to be enabled? So it's like, these are all options, and then as soon as you start typing in, then stuff kind of focuses in. Red, red, blue. Oh. That was weird. Red, red, blue. So it's not... So we need like a power executed signal to tell all of the symbols, hey, when a power is executed, wipe everything, right? So let's go back to our signal bus. Signal bus, and we are going to... Oh, we do have one. We have power. What is power getting used for? Nowhere. Really? Ah. Power.connect, affect villain. Okay. That's great. So we can just use that. So we can go to our power parent, and then we can also say signal bus dot power dot connect clear combo. Okay. Let's try that out. Let's see where that takes us. And that should theoretically reset everything whenever a power is used. Darn it. Okay, we're getting a lot of errors. What errors are we getting? Error calling from signal power. Method expected 0 arguments, but called with 1. The method does not expect 0 arguments. What are you talking about? The method expects 1. What? Yeah, it's pretty firmly here that it's freaking out. I mean, if I do that, I'm pretty sure you're going to throw a different error. You're going to be unhappy at me in a different way, which is just like school. Really? Wow, that is some weird behavior. Look at that. What is going on there? Like, these are not getting reset, which is weird. And then it doesn't get reset when the thing is done. So it's not yelling at me. Oh, wait, there we go. Expected 1 arguments, but called with 0. Make up your mind, Godot. Make up your mind. I challenge you to be consistent for once in your life. Expected 0 arguments, but called with 1. Okay. So clearly something is going wrong here. What on earth is happening? Because if I have 0 arguments, it says you expect 1. If I have 1 argument, you say you expect 0. So is it that we're connecting somewhere where that is not working? So if we do like power.connect, does effect have 1? Okay, clear combo. Ah, clear combo. That might be our problem. Let's try that out. Therefore, you try 2 arguments. Well. Okay, so now we need to have... This is frustrating. So now anytime I use clear combo, I have to pass in the power's name, which is dumb. It doesn't need that. But when we're emitting the signal, it's like, hey, I'm trying to pass this on to you, and you're not letting me do it. All right. Are we gonna not get yelled at anymore? Ah, but now it's broken. That's weird. Red. Red. Blue. 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 Red. Yeah, some of them are just randomly not re-highlighting. Just super weird. Like, some of them it works just fine, but then others are like, no. Why would that be? Red. Red. Oh, and it didn't reset our array. That's fun. What are our errors we're getting? Error calling from signal turn end. Method expected an argument. man. Really? Turn end. Nowhere is it asking for an argument. So if you go to villain turn, yeah, that's not asking for an argument. That's not asking for an argument. It's connecting to the delete function, which doesn't have an argument. Turn end itself, oops, doesn't have an argument. Turn end dot emit doesn't have an argument. Turn end dot connect to clear combo. Oh man. Really? That's not good. That's not good at all. We can't be passing power name into all of the places where turn end is hitting. Okay. So we need power name to be an optional. And I think we do that with, I haven't done this in Godot yet, but I think it's as simple as putting an underscore in front of it. Let's see if that works. Go. Red, blue. Darn it. Because clear combo is expecting 0 arguments, but it's receiving 1. Man. I really wish I could just tell it not to do that. Wow, that's disastrous. That's really bad. How do we fix that? How do we fix that without, like, redoing everything? Because if I bring, like, power name in, right? If we say, bring in power name, then that causes problems downstream, where now all of a sudden we have to do this. Godot for optional arguments method. Syntax. Okay, optionals can only be placed after mandatory. But then how do you declare it though? So you do like a variable name as? Is that, so we do like as? Oops. What, a string? What is power name? Where do we have that set? Where do we have that set? What? Where's power name? There it is. It's our label. Gotcha. And then we're setting that somewhere. Okay. As what? Just that? That seems like it's not gonna work. Man. What is the syntax for optional arguments? In GDScript, optional typing syntax. Well, I don't want optional typing. I want optional arguments. Hey, take care, Alistios. Thanks for jumping in. Good to see you. Well, thanks for hanging out with us here today. I hope your web dev is going well. Hope you're learning everything that you're hoping to. See you around. Tutorial says the computer... Okay. Okay. Think of parameters like regular variables. This creates a variable called x with a value of 5. This function has a parameter called number. If we call the function like this, myfunc5, then what happens is that the number parameter now has a value of 5. If the function looks like this, where it has func, myfunc, var number, next line print number, and you passed in 5, that would print out 5. You can pass in variables as well. Sure, okay. No, this is not helpful. Why is this hard? I think optional arguments need a default set. It could be Solar. Could be. I just, like, how do I even, like, figure that out? And where do I find the syntax for it? Optional argument. I'm looking in the Godot documentation. Yeah, and I'm not seeing anything that would be equals. Okay. Okay. So you say equals. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So then we can hopefully delete that, and it won't matter. This feels very circuitous. I'm probably doing this wrong. Where's Red? Come on. Hey, no errors. Still have stuff just kind of randomly not re-enabling, though. Shock and electric shield. Okay, so is it those? And then block, too. Red, red, blue. Yeah, it does look like it's consistently breaking at that point. So let's check those powers. By the way, thank you, Solar. I appreciate that. Thank you. I wonder, is there a pattern here to when it's not resetting? Because like Chain Lightning seems like it works every single time. Go to red, red, blue. These three are not getting re-enabled. Blue, blue, red. Oops. Now these are not getting re-enabled. Blue, blue, red. Same thing. Red, red, blue. Different. What if I do yellow, purple? Purple, purple, yellow, purple. Ah. And then like everything was broken. Okay. Jeez. Is this an order thing? We shouldn't need that. Because that's us connecting to the power emission, but we're already emitting it and then clearing it. Okay. Because we're only clearing it for the one that is running this, for which global combo does equal power. And if something doesn't equal power, then we still need it to reset. So we can get rid of that. And that should trigger clear combo. So we clear the global combo. We set this power state false. We set for j in power dot size array state at j equals false. And power name dot self-modulate dot a equals 1. So the label gets set to full transparency, for full opacity. And then the symbols are supposed to loop through for the size of the array and get set to 1. So like that should be working. We are redefining power in these. I'm currently working on the UI system. It's the bane of my existence. What engine are you in, Hadao? What are you doing for your UI? I was just reading a Reddit topic on GameMaker on how everyone is so frustrated that there's no built-in UI controls. You have to rebuild UI every single time you make a project in GameMaker. It's kind of weird. Your Kotlin engine. Okay, gotcha. So is this the UI for your Kotlin for your Kotlin engine? The only reason why I can think of that would make these not fill out, it's just 4J in power size. Like, why is that? That means that like power size is getting set to 0 or something, or some random halfway thing. And I don't think slice does anything with that, right? Like block is gone, and then these 3 on shock are gone, but the rest of them are fine. Now brawl and block are gone, and half of shock is gone. But if we do red, yellow, yellow, purple, brawl, block, and now energize is not working. I think I'm gonna knock these prints out, and then we're gonna throw a print in here. So we're gonna print global.combo, and then we're gonna print clear, and then we're gonna print we're gonna print power name, and then we're gonna print down here, print UI symbols at J. I want to see what this is gonna give us. Lost 50 on YouTube. How's it going? What's the problem you're trying to solve? We're trying to make Helldivers 2 style stratagems. So if you've played Helldivers 2, you know exactly what that is. If you haven't, these are basically button inputs you have to press in order to cast a spell. You can think of it, right? So in order to call down this orbital precision strike, you have to press right up. And when you press right once, the other ones become semi-transparent. So it says, hey, these things still need to be done. So you do right up, and it fills out as you go. And that's what we're trying to build. It's not quite... We're not quite accomplishing that for some reason right now. That's what we're trying to fix. K-Hidao, the idea is I want to make hooking up UI to be a breeze. So just hitting add checkbox or add button whenever I need something. Sure. That way when someone has an issue with the UX in my game, I can change it quickly. I love that. That's great. So, Lost, this is the weird thing we're encountering. Where, like, stuff is getting re-enabled after we cast the spell. Halfway. Right? It's like Brawl isn't hooked up. Shock stops after the first 2. Static Shield stops after the first 2. Which is very, very strange. And I'm realizing we're printing out this. We need to print out .text so that I can make sense of what the debug is actually trying to tell me. Okay, no, that sounds awesome. That sounds great. I think you're doing the world a great service there. Get rid of pause. Let's check out our output. So we need to look at shock. Where's shock? Okay, clear, shock. shock is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. So it's going through each of these. We are getting the right symbols. But then it's like, it's just not... I wonder, can we print out this .a? And will it tell me the alpha layer, alpha transparency amount? Red, blue. No. Darn it. I was hoping that would work, because I could see, like, I want to debug if we are affecting the value. Are we moving from half to 1? And if that's the case, then I can see, oh, this is what we're doing. Like, there's something wrong going on in here. Or in here or something. That's breaking things. Okay, how get sprite transparency Godot 4? I know that you can use modulate to change transparency. What I want is to get the transparency value. That's what I'm looking for. So can I do like UI symbols at j dot get a alpha? Let's see here. Godot documentation. I like the keystroke pop-ups. You know, I do too. This is a part of ridiculous coding. And it is ridiculous. And I have turned off 4 of the 6 things on it. But I like these parts. I like the keys getting thrown up. Alpha. Channel. Sprite. Now it's just showing me anything that has the word sprite in it. No. Darn it. Let's get rid of sprite in the search. You try using Vim motions. They make you move really fast. Okay. What? What about self_modulate? Okay. Canvas item. Properties. Can we do alpha? Let me move that over to here. If outline is... Okay, but this is only for draw MSDF texture rect region. That's not really what we're looking for. .a? Ah, this is looking better. Okay, hold on. I gotta say goodnight to my daughter. Give me 2 seconds real quick. Serendipitously, we have ads starting right now, so I'll go ahead and run those right now. We'll see you in just a second. Okay, welcome back. I have my bouncing baby boy with me. Aminusis, it's also relearning how to type. Same with Emacs, okay? The idea of Vim motions is you navigate the document using your keyboard rather than your mouse. There's the initial time investment to get used to it, but the potential upside is huge, okay? Godot has a Vim motions plugin, okay? Cool. Sounds fun. 7, 8, 9, 10. That is all of them. Golly. This is kind of frustrating. I won't lie. Like, I'm not finding anything about this in the documentation. And, like, there has to be a way to get the transparency value, right? Like, can I just say, just print this? I mean, that doesn't seem like it should work, but maybe it will. I don't know. Good, red, blue. Okay. Huh. Huh. Okay, so we're looking for shock. It's saying that it is. Hold on. Play. Go. Red, red, blue. Come on. Give them to me. Red, red, blue. Pause. Output. Okay. So we are seeing going from semi-transparent to fully opaque. Shock is going from semi-transparent to opaque. So, okay, so the problem is not the setting of it. That's working just fine. Also, kind of cool, you can just do .a. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's an attribute, I guess, of the object, so you can just access it. Okay. So is it this? Is this happening? Wait, we have UI symbols at J. Okay, right. For J and power.size. And we're just disabling it all. I'm wondering if, like, some powers are getting to the point where they are running this while others haven't gotten to it yet. Like, is this an ordering thing? No, doing it by breakpoint is going to be insanity. We're going to do this. And we're going to see if we are setting it from a 1 to a 5. Or from a 1 to a 0.5 at any point. So red. Take the breakpoint off. Hit play. Red. Blue. Output. Okay. Pause. Yeah, we are. 1 to 0.5. 1 to 0.5. 1 to 0.5. So let's do here. Print power name. And let's see what happens. So we can make sense of the debugger a little bit better. Red, 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 blue. Pause. Output. Okay. Huh. Oh, right. What am I doing? Power name.text. And then we need to get rid of these other prints that are making it kind of hard to read. Oops. Ah. we go. Okay, let's try that. Let's see if this will help us figure out what's exactly going on. Red, red, and blue. Pause. Output. We're looking for shock. Where's shock? Energize is going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times? Why? But yeah, shock. Look at that. From 1 to 0.5. From 1 to 0.5. Why? It's like... It's like it goes through and starts setting this while also going through this clear combo thing. Like, it's all happening asynchronously. So how do I deal with that? Because we're going through and we're setting this for things when it shouldn't be doing that. This thing. This is the problem. This is a brain teaser. This is a toughie. What could be the cause here? Like, it's going through these and then setting these. Right? What's the order here? What is actually happening? What is the code doing? Gosh, I think I may need some breakpoints just to, like, grok this. So let's run it a little bit. Red, red, and then we'll set a breakpoint and blue. Okay. Uh, 442. So that's 442 would be what? Chain lightning is what we're in. We're gonna go through, and then we're going through all of these. What are we at with J right now? It's at 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we got one more loop of this. Yeah, and then we're out. If global combo equals power. Which it doesn't. So we skip back up. We now have 0, 0, 0 for slice. So that's attack, attack, attack? That can't be right. There's nothing that's attack, attack, attack. Man alive. Okay, now I have to see your game idea for the game jam is great. Well, thank you. It became way better with the critique from chat. So thank you to everyone who helped with that. I think I like it better than the rescue one. That's just my opinion. Very interesting. It's very interesting. I'm realizing that I think I built both of these in the wrong engine, which has been a fun experience. Rescue should definitely be in Godot because of its built-in controller and physics and everything. This one feels like it would actually do pretty well in GameMaker because of the native click functionality and instance nearest that you can do and everything. So it's kind of fun to see that, you know, what do different engines do well or not? This is bizarre. So it's block, block, block. Oh, this is static shield is where we're at. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. We're out. Good. Hit play. And 1, 1, 2. So that's brawl, brawl, energize. This is shock. This is the one we need to take a look at the shock state right now. It's got 2 active reds, which it should have. And then everything else is inactive. So we are now setting that first one to semi-transparent. Good. It is. Oh, man. I do love that. That is one thing I really like about Godot's debugger, which GameMaker is way worse at. I don't get to see any updates in the game until the next frame. So the fact that I can track this live with that shock value there is really great. Okay. So shock is now out. Good. F11. And the rest of them are getting set. Okay. And then we're going to go through and do what? Aha. And now we're back. So we're turning off chain lightning at this point. It's like... yeah. Like, this is getting triggered when it shouldn't be. So we're turning off shock. Disabling all those. And then disabling energize. What is this one? F12? Okay, then we're turning off block. But now we're turning it back on. What? And now we're setting brawl off. Now what are we turning off? What? Hold on. What? What is going on? 4, 4. So this is what? Power, power. So this is, we're in chain lightning now. Why are we running through this again? We're in 2, 4. 2 is energize. So we're in the energize power now. Now we're in 1, 1, so this is brawl. And we're just turning everything off. So is it actually a problem, or is it that, like, things are being set up incorrect? Like, it seems like there's, like, a transparency of a transparency taking effect here. Hey, Kayado, you got checkboxes working. Congrats! Yay! High five. Well done. It does feel like we have percentages of a percent applying on our transparency, because we have like these 3 different states we can get in, where everything is highlighted right now, and that's that. And then red. Let's remove our breakpoint. Red. And then, come on, give me a blue. Give me a blue. There we go. So we've got highlighted and then disabled. And then if I do yellow, purple, yellow, purple. That's seeming pretty activated. But wait, hold on. Let me show you. This one showed up. Give me a yellow. There we go. Pause. See that? That yellow right here? I don't know if you can actually see my mouse cursor. You can. Okay, good. This yellow right here is a lot brighter than this yellow. So there's like a tertiary state here, and I'm wondering if that's our problem. Probably gonna head to the gym, then go to bed. Good luck with your jam entry, Joe. Good night. Thanks so much for hanging out, Kay. Head out. Have a great time at the gym. Have a good rest. You've earned it. Well done. So how are we getting into like this tertiary state? All we ever do is assign it. We don't do like a divided by or a multiply by. We just assign. And I'm wondering if that's the problem. I wonder if it's actually things are going through correctly, but because it's like a percentage or something, it is like the code is running correctly, but it's just not looking correct. And I don't know how to validate that. And all we've ever seen are 0.5 and 1s. Like I don't see a 0.25 in the output anywhere. I don't see a 0.75. Only 0.5s. All up and down. 0.5s and 1. So the value itself is being set just fine. So why doesn't it look like it? What could that be? Because we have the print saying yes, this is correct. What if I change what we're actually looking at here? What if we put this over in this part when we're setting the thing? Instead of J, that's going to be I. Okay. Let's try that. Play. Go. Let's see if we can get this into that weird state again. Blue, blue, red. Yellow. Aha. You've already got it in that state. Ow. I was just too slow on the draw, though. Red, blue, blue. Okay. Pause. So you can see that right here, right? Shock. Where's Shock? Shock is saying 1-1 the entire way through. Which is weird, because it shouldn't. Oh, is it because it's modulate instead of self? Is that going to be our problem? Are we, like, affecting neighboring nodes in a weird way? This guy, New Zealand, good to see you. The fam is going very well. Thank you very much for asking. I got my son with me right here. How are you doing? How's your family? Oh my gosh, I think that might have just fixed it. Lost 50. Maybe calling it for the print is doing it that. What if you comment out all the prints and just check visually real quick? I think we might have gotten it. I think it might have been the modulate. Yeah. I'm not seeing it happen anymore. I think it needed to be self instead of modulate. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not getting it anymore. Like, it's all seeming to work. So if I do like actual things, it's all working. It's all working. That feels great. That feels really good. That's fantastic. Oh, golly. Okay, great. That took too long to figure out. Okay, self-modulate. Lesson learned. Great. Oh, that feels so good to be done. To have gotten that squared away. Holy cannoli. Okay, great. Love it. Transparency, working. The big thing we need to do now is if none of these active flags are set to true, then we need to clear the combo. For everyone. We need to call clear the combo. So we need to, like, in the global or something, how do we even do this? I guess we can do it in the fight scene, in the power, in the symbol manager. We could have a function. Man, I don't know, because we need to access all of these children, right? We need to access all of these nodes and their values, and we need to loop through each of them and say, we can make an array of the nodes and loop through that array and check their active flags. And if the active flags are... If no active flag is set in the entire array, then we call clear. Hey, guy. You waking up? Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. Why not start waking up? That sounds like the reasonable time to wake up as a human being, huh? Yeah, this guy New Zealand, how's your game going? How's your family doing? Okay. What's the correct way to structure this? Because we need the children, right? You need the children. Won't somebody please think of the children? Although I heard she died. No, I didn't hear she died. I was there when she died. I was watching The Simpsons when she died. I was actively watching The Simpsons when they killed off Maud. Okay. Yeah, because you can access all this. So I don't like doing it this way, but I'm going to. So we're just going to set a function that runs on click. So where are we? Ball lightning check? I don't want to do that necessarily. Let's just set up a new one. And this will be power check. I mean, we're already doing power check. Is power active? And then we're going to make a new func. I think we're going to go with a nice camembert today. Func is power active. And we're going to just... Let's set up the array first. So we have variable power array. equals $sign, and then it's going to be power shock. It's going to be power static shield. It's going to be dollar power shock. Oh no, chain lightning. I missed that one. Power block and power brawl. So there's our array of all of our powers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're missing one. Energize. That's what we're missing. Power energize. Ah. Helps if you put things inside of the brackets. Okay. Aw, thank you. Look, she's pretty. That's my wife. I married that. She married me. Can you believe it? I can't. Isn't she great? Thanks, honey. Love you too. Okay. I am tremendously lucky. Okay, is power active? I think many, many young men who knew her when they learned we were dating said, is he funny or something? Okay, is power active? So we're going to loop for I in a power array, colon. Don't touch my colon. I remembered it. You don't have to show everyone my colon. Okay. No colon shaming. My wife is very confused. We have an emote to say that I missed typing the colon. That should clarify it. That should make it all clear. She just said, I love the smell of your colon. Okay. For I in power array. If power array at I dot active, or rather, if not, then I guess we have to emit a signal. Well, we don't even want... How do I do this? I need to think for a second on how to structure this. We don't want to loop through and check every individual thing. We want to see if everything is. So if dot active, then we just return. Else, then we send out a signal, right? So signal bus dot what do we have set up in our signal bus? I mean, I guess we could do power. That just sounds dumb. Let's just do a new signal, clear. And then, or clear, clear combo, which is already a function. Ah, this is so dumb. Okay. Dot clear combo dot emit. And then in our parent power, you with me? You with me? In ready, we'll just connect signal bus dot clear combo dot connect, and we'll connect it to clear combo. There we go. And then that will just reset everything. If nothing in that array is active. Captain Fubar, how's it going? We're thoroughly jamming. Oh yeah, we're strawberry, we're blueberry, we're apricot. We are not razzleberry yet. My wife asked if we're razzleberry. We're not quite there yet. As soon as we get this problem resolved, we'll be razzleberry. Razzle dazzle berry. That'll be pretty impressive. That's when we submit. Razzle dazzle berry is when we're like done. All the berries are great. We do have ads starting in about 4 seconds, by the way. Bezos demands his toll. We will be right back as soon as they do, though. We're going to pause while I try and figure out what's... Oh, no! This bug is back! No! Shoot. Okay, welcome back in. It's great to have you all here. Oh boy. Camera. Lights. Action? Building a game? Some would say very action-packed. I don't know that I'd agree, but, you know, some would. Missy, can I not roll over your fur on accident? Hi. Okay. So I put in a breakpoint here into our new isPowerActive function. We are not hitting it, which is really annoying. So we are not hooked up correctly, unfortunately. Jam-packed with action, that's right. My wife has a jar of jam in our fridge called Foot Jam. But toe jam, yes. Which is tangerine, orange, and elderberry. And I have to imagine someone just thought that would be a funny idea. Because, like, pairing tangerine and orange together, it's like... It's the same thing, right? Like, why are we splitting jams like this? Or rather, why aren't we splitting jams with this? Okay, so for some reason, we're not connecting. This .clicked.connect is isPowerActive. It's just not giving us what we're looking for, unfortunately. But it's the same syntax that we're using everywhere else, so why isn't it working? Yeah, it's just straight up not doing a darn thing. Is it being emitted? That's a good question. It is being emitted every time we click. And we know it's being emitted because we're using this clicked signal all over the place. If we do clicked.emit, it is being emitted in the symbol parent. Oops. And clicked. Wait, what's this? Cancel. We need to get rid of that radius. That was going to break things. And that's comment, so it doesn't matter. Okay, if we do clicked.connect, it's being used all over the place. And it's doing our check on the power check to see, like, that's the thing that is highlighting or not highlighting the powers in our character's list. And this is all working. So it is working. It is emitting, and it is being received by other places. If we go back to the symbol manager, right? I mean, clicked.connect. Just for some reason, we're not even going into the very first line of this function. I don't know why. Oh, we have errors. Ah, this will help. We're not getting the nodes right. That's probably why. Okay, let me bring these in. Okay, I wonder if it was just because I didn't get the casing right on that. No, we already have errors. Node not found. Power shock relative to node TT. It is right there. The way that I reference you is this. $ power shock. I mean, I guess I can do this. Is it ah, shoot. I bet that's what it is. I bet that stuff is getting called when it shouldn't be. So if we replace now this power array down here with all of these on-ready variables, then we can say power shock, power static. No, we don't want the $signs. We want power chain lightning. We want power static shield. We want power shock. We want power energize, power block, and power brawl. Okay, let's see if that fixes it. Node is not available before ready. You just need to add an on ready on the array declaration. Oh, on the array declaration. That would make sense. Okay, thank you. That's a much better way to do this. Okay, great. Come on. Okay, we're still not hitting things. Clicked.emit symbol type. Oh, right. So I bet that this thing is needing to have the power name passed in. So let's try that. I need to figure out how to deal with that more cleanly, because boy, that has caused a lot of problems. There we go. There we go. Now it's working. Cool. Invalid get index. Oh, that's not good. Okay. That's weird. They're all null. Power array is null. That's not good. Why is that? Array is empty. Yeah, why is the array empty? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's empty 6 times. So these are not lining up. Oh, is it because this also needs to be on ready? Oh, shoot. We've just gone in full circle. Listen, it's late at night. I've gone 2 nights in a row where my son has not wanted to sleep. Give me this, okay? Looks like it may be working now, though. Oh, wait, no, it may be completely broken. You need more jam. Yeah, clearly. Clearly we need more jam. Red. Yeah, geez. So that's just... Our highlighting is broken now, though. Oh, man. My now most popular short on my channel is coming true. So many times today of just fixing something breaks another thing, which then you fix it and then it breaks 3 more things and you're like, I'm going to go back to the way it was and call it a feature. Oh, man. Okay. So why are we now breaking all that? We're not doing anything in relation to this over here. Like, it shouldn't be touching anything happening in the symbol parent or in the power parent. All of this should still be functioning exactly the way that it should be. Let's get rid of our print. We're getting the right values in there, so we don't need that. That's all working just fine. Go back to the power parent, and let's see what's going on here. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. For some reason, this is now breaking. So let's throw a breakpoint in there. Go. Blue. Okay, so stuff is turning off and then turning back on. That's our problem. If power array at i.active, return. So it works as long as the thing that it checks first is has got active set. Okay. I'm doing this wrong. Return is kicking us out. We don't want to do that. And we don't want to do this else here. So, okay, I'm seeing how to fix this. This is good. So instead of this being an if or an else, we just need to say if is active. If not is active, clear combo. And then we can make a new variable, is active, equal to false. And then if at any point we find something that is active, we just set is active to true. There we go. So we set up our flag. We loop through the power array. And if any of those are true, then we set is active to true. If is active is false, then we clear the combo. So that should only happen if none of them are true. If any of them are true, we do not clear the combo. That should do it. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Let's see. I would love to be able to go to bed. Get rid of our breakpoint. Right. There we go. Good. 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 Okay. I think that's working. I think that's working. Yeah, I think it's working. Okay. Lovely. Great. Hey. Progress. Progress. Let's go back. Detect clicks against combos. Done. Highlight active. Highlight state of symbol and distance. Yes. Done. Check marks. Done. 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 Bedtime. Oh, not quite. Not quite. But hopefully very soon. All we need to do now... Oh, and reset state on error. Yes, you are done. And reset state on finish is done. Yeah! Awesome. Okay. So now all we got to do is we just need to hook the combos up. For some reason, the combos are not triggering. The code is there. For some reason, though, they're not triggering. So let's... Holy goodness. Okay. Let's go to our player, I think is where we're setting these up. Yes, right here. Let's try this. Go. We're setting a breakpoint to see, are we actually going into things correctly? No, we're not. Okay. Are we going into the match? Go. Red. You shouldn't be in here yet. Yeah, you should be getting triggered on power trigger. Why is the power trigger being emitted? Power.emit. It's only in here if global combo equals power, which it shouldn't yet. What? Global. What is our power array? Or rather, what's our combo? What's global combo? Array size of 1. Yeah, it's just one brawl. Why are we all of a sudden skipping into here? That's weird. Okay. So we have now triggered the brawl power. It is not going through correctly. How's gross crunch time going? It's coming very well, Amaniusis. I think we're getting very close. This is the last thing I need to do. I just need to make sure that these powers are actually triggering in this match statement. And for some reason, they're not. So, power brawl. I mean, the text is brawl. And we're passing in the power name label instead of the power name text. I bet that's going to be it. Emit power name. If I just do dot text here, see if that works. Red, play, blue. No! All right, so what's power? Power name is 0? Why? That's weird. Power name is 0? If you need emergency tech support on the last few days, let me know. Thank you, Amaniusis. I appreciate that. As soon as I get this thing done, we will have finished the Miller's Law refactor. And it will actually be compliant to a certain degree with what the Game Jam is supposed to do. So that's the biggest deal. And then after this, we need to get the tutorial. And the tutorial will come after the art. We need to swap those. Art, then tutorial, then VFX, then audio. This is the last thing. Once I get this done, I can go to bed. So I guess that's me saying, if you have any thoughts on why this might be happening, or what may be going wrong, I'd love to hear them. For some reason, we are passing in the power name, and it's not happening. So let's do a print of power name. What are we actually passing in? Go. Red, blue. Blue. Okay. So it's definitely sending the node name, which is problematic. Oops. Red. But we are also, so for some reason it's sending this in. Strings, ugh. mean, that's a good point, though. Like, no, we don't have the powers set up as an enum. Yeah. Okay. So we are doing this correctly. We are sending in Brawl, but we're also sending in each node before that. For some reason, power is getting triggered when it shouldn't be. Like, print, power, emit. Go. What? What are you talking about? How are you going into that? Okay, so power emit is only happening once. But for some reason, this is playing every time we click on something. But it's only connected when the power finishes. Oh wait, we're supering in from somewhere. Character. Actor parent. There we go. That's the problem. That's the problem. Okay. Let's get rid of that. And then on... I don't think we even need that for the villain anymore, to be frank. Like... I don't think that's going to break anything if we just remove it. Let's try it. Go. Red, red, blue. Brawl. Okay. Good. So then why are we not red, red, blue? Okay, we're in it. And we're doing damage. Okay. Hey. Stuff is hooking up. If block is greater than 0, which it shouldn't be, block label dot text equals string dot block. Okay. HP minus equals attack. So we're hurting ourselves. Yes. Good. Hey. We're taking effect. That's good. We're fighting for the other team, but it's working. So now this all rears its ugly head where what we need to do is we need the villain to call damage. So how do we get the villain to call damage? And I know we've like figured this out in the past. Player dot. So we can probably just do villain dot, right? Villain parent. Oops, not all caps. Underscore parent dot damage. Villain parent not declared. Where are we declaring player? Right there. Okay. So if we bring in villain. Where's our villain? Where is our villain? Ah, villain parent. Okay. And then self-block, self-energize, self-superpower, and then we need to do villain dot on this damage. Theoretically. Come on, give me another red. Blue. Hey! He took damage! Hey! Okay. Blue. Give me another blue. Blue. Red. We got an armor! Good! Red. Let's do shock next, which will be, actually, let's do energize. Good! We got energy! Good! This is freaking hard. Holy cow. This is a lot to be clicking. We definitely need to fine-tune a lot of the costs of these things. He's doing it, Peter! Okay, yellow, purple, yellow, purple, yellow. We need to do this one more time, and then we can test to see if our chain lightning is going to work. Yellow, purple, yellow, purple, yellow. Okay, purple, purple. Jeez. Purple, purple. Yellow, 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 yellow. Purple, yellow, purple. Okay, good. It's on. Chain lightning is on. And it's working. It's not, you know, the radius is really small, but it functions. Okay, good. Let's do shock. Is this going to work? It should work. Everything else has worked. And this is just calling the same functions. Yes, good. And then static shield. So we should see another block and... We did it! We did it! Oh, man, 6 alive. Woo! That is Miller's rework done. Overload is bored. Oh, man, that feels so good. Oh, okay. I'm very happy we did that. It was a huge pain, and it took a ton of time that we don't have. But it actually adheres to our, to the theme. And that was worth it. I'd rather turn in something that is very unpolished, but actually fits the theme, that I'm asking everyone else to pay attention to, than submit something that, like, only kind of lackluster hits it. So... good. Oh, thank you everyone for your help and support and your patience and your patronage, your viewership. It has been a joy. By cost, you mean giving them different sizes or hit difficulty. I'm not totally sure what I meant by cost. Oh, right. I mean, like, in order to cast your chain lightning spell, you need to fill up your energy bar, and it takes 5 of those. And in order to get that much energy, you have to get energize 5 times, which means you have to do yellow, purple, yellow, purple, yellow 5 times before you can use chain lightning. That's a lot of efforts for something that honestly is not all that great. So I need to refine that cost. I need to drastically lower the villain's health combo amount, yeah, and the cost for to spend the energy for the chain lightning, right? So drastically need to lower the villain health, lower how much they block. We need to make block not carry over between turns. We need to do all sorts of stuff to make it feel a lot better. But that can come later. Hopefully on Wednesday. Tomorrow, we need to get art. We need to get a tutorial. We need to get audio and VFX. Jiminy. And then we can start playing around with numbers and getting it all feeling better. Balancing probably comes last in the order of operations. Yeah, I agree, Amanusis. Oh boy, okay. That was a day. My goodness. Just use a fart sound with different pitch. Oh goodness, Fubar. Okay, lovely. That was so great. And we are on way later tonight than we normally are. We can go raid someone else for funsies, like Risky Biscuit, who has only been streaming for 9 minutes. So it's very likely. Oh no, it's offline. Dang it. I was just going to say it's very unlikely that he has just gone off. Apparently he has. Let's raid into, I don't know. Let's go to Captain Coder. So got 8 viewers, which is weird. Channel is offline. Come on. Come on, Twitch. Give me a break. That's 2 things you've recommended to me. Now, no more crunch. You're setting a bad example for these impressionable young kids. You're dead right. We are not going to do any more crunch. We're done with crunch for today. Man, I don't follow anyone who is, like, on this late. Let's go right into Whitechapel. Whitechapel is doing a lot of really cool stuff. They're doing a lot of pixel art and animation and everything. Really, really talented fella. Little bit of a language, so beware. But very cool dude who's doing some incredible stuff. So you're going to want to come see the work that he's doing. He's doing gladiatorial combat. It's going to be a good time. So with that, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Let me smash that microphone and ruin everyone's ears a little bit more. And we'll see you next time. Thank you, Captain Fubar. Thank you, Avenues. Thank you, everybody who's been watching. You're great. I appreciate you. Love you. We'll see you tomorrow.